That's what you're talking about. The comments are going pretty fast. I want to make sure that I don't miss you. Do you have trainings for adults 22 years and older? The camp that is happening at the HBCU Effect this weekend, you can be over 21 to participate in that one. So the HBCU Effect is ages 6 and up. I'm sorry, HBCU Effect is 11 and up. So for the camp this weekend that's happening at Dollhouse with Cameron, Sydney, and with Celeste, you must be a minimum of 11 years old, and it goes up to any age. You can be 30 or 40 years old. There's no experience necessary for any of these events, so don't feel like, oh, I don't know how to dance. It's not a big deal. There's no stressors there. Don't worry. Just come and have fun. The HBCU Effect is happening at the Dollhouse Dance Factory inside of the Dollhouse right here in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Now, if we're talking about Buck or Die training camps, it is for ages 6 to 21. The cutoff is 21. So the training camps are, you need to bring snacks for her to eat in the car because she's not going to be able to bring food into the studio. So yes, she'll be able to leave out and go grab a snack from you in the car and then come back in once she's done eating. But for our Buck or Die training camps, the training camps are going to be happening in Columbia, South Carolina, Chicago, Illinois, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Arlington, Texas. Those are the only places that I am registered and signed up to going to this year. I have a busy schedule. My son has football. He has travel that he has as well. Dd4l is coming to Memphis. Dd4l is starting their dance team in Memphis. I want to be clear on this too because I get this question a lot. There is not a Dollhouse that is coming to Memphis. And everybody always says, well, Diana, how are you going to do that? The same way I did it when I first started the Dancing Dolls in Jackson, Mississippi. When we first started Dancing Dolls in Jackson, Mississippi, there was no Dollhouse, guys. We practiced in other people's locations, other people's studios, community centers, gymnasiums. We practice in a lot of different places. Memphis has a location that we're going to be practicing at. It's a private studio that we're going to be practicing at in Memphis. So there's not going to be a Dollhouse coming to Memphis, but there is a Dancing Dolls that is coming to Memphis. So please let's not be confused. We have our interest meeting that is going to take place on Friday. We have over 1,000 people already registered for our Dd4l Memphis interest meeting. We've had 2 interest meetings for Jackson, Birmingham, and Atlanta already, and we have over 100 people registered for that one as well, So we're doing really good. We're excited about all of our new and potential members that are going to be joining the team for Birmingham, Atlanta, and Jackson. And then after we have our Dd4l training camp, Dd4l Memphis interest meeting this week, we'll see who all registers. We already have over 120 registered officially for Memphis that are interested. So they know they want to be on the team. They don't care about an interest meeting. They just said, let me go ahead and grab my spot now. So I get it. It's up to them. In order for you to participate, you must click the link in my bio right up there on social media. If you go up, click that link up there. It has the links there for you to be able to come to the interest meeting. And the interest meeting is free. There's no charge for it. It's for you to just learn more information about the team, what it is that we do, who we are, X, Y, and Z. Dancing Dolls is an all-girls team. It always has been. It always will be. It's not going to change. The talks with Branding TV are going amazing. Right now, Branding TV has 2 of their shows that are up at the Sundance Film Festival that are nominated for awards. And also, they have a TV show right now that is being nominated, that has a potential nomination for an Oscar. Branding TV is a live streaming app. Abby Lee Miller has a couple of shows there right now where Debbie Allen has been featured, amongst several others. There's a lot of people that have shows on Branding TV. So many people have asked me about Bring It, and as I've said before, I do not control Bring It. Bring It has nothing to do with me. Dancing Dolls is my company. Dd4l is my brand. It is what I do. Bring It is not mine. So I make 0 decisions about that television show. Now, I do understand that everybody is a fan, and we always appreciate and love every single thing that you guys love about our team, but I can't control it. So I've moved on. I moved on from what the show was. Of course, I had a lot of great times and a lot of great memories, but I'm not going to sit and say, oh, this was great. Oh, I have to move forward. Life doesn't work like that. You have to move forward. So because my business is a lot bigger than that show, I have a lot of other things going on. I'm just moving forward, which is why we have all these different training camps. We have people, so many people that want to participate and they want information, they want to join, and they just want to be a part of it. When you come to South Carolina, would that be a training camp or competition? It's both. All of our training camps are competition. So our training campers, they don't compete. The training campers participate in the training camp section of the competition. They get their 2 days of training. They get their prep in field show, parade, and stand battle. They get their 2 t-shirts, their dance bag. They get their VIP access and opportunity to take photos with myself and the girls that are going to be there, individual and group photos. We autograph signed shirts. We give them autograph posters. They also have the opportunity to be a Dd4l All-Star, and they're going to perform on that Sunday. So they're going to learn all the choreography on day 1. We're going to put the choreography together into an actual field show, like what we do on Bring It. And then on that Sunday, that is where we're going to perform and showcase. Now on Sunday, we have a lot of teams that have already registered in South Carolina. We have over 10 that have registered to compete. The competition and the training camp are 2 different things. They're just happening on the same day. So the training camp is Friday and Saturday. The competition is on Sunday, and our training campers showcase on Sunday. I would love to come to New Orleans, but here's the thing. Whenever we submit for locations and venues and buildings, people have to respond. If you're interested, all the information is on dd4l.net. Not bringing Dd4l as a team to Chicago, no. The newest team that is going to be evolving is going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. I know you guys probably don't follow me on Facebook, but I'm on Facebook a lot. And we have a lot of great conversations on Facebook. And I always share why I do not expand Dollhouse like people want me to. It's not like I'm going to snap my fingers and the studio is just there. It is expensive to open up multiple locations. It's not cheap, you guys. It's not $15. It's not $15,000. It is expensive to open up a new studio in different locations. Then you have to worry about staff. You have to worry about making sure that the building is built out properly. It is expensive. And I'm not willing to do it. I have spent enough time owning a business to understand that the cost of overhead is extremely high, and it is beyond ridiculous to try to open up a studio in all of these different places. Because one, who's going to run them all? I have a child, so I'm not going to be pulled in 50 million directions and all over the country. My son is 14. My son is playing football. I am not going to be away from my son like that. So it's okay to have aspirations, and I appreciate you guys loving the company like that, but I'm just not going to do it. Dollhouse Dance Factory, the only studio that is still available where you can walk into the studio and take classes right now, there's a brick and mortar building that is in Stone Mountain, Georgia. The Birmingham location has moved, and we're running our studio outside of another location. And also Jackson, they don't have a studio. I'm not stressed. Why do y'all say that? I'm not stressed about anything. I'm just letting you know. Because I'm not going to stress. That's the thing. People like to project onto you what they feel like you should do when they're not the ones that have to do it, and they're not the ones that have to pay for it. I'm just not going to do it. And that's just that. So saying all that to say again, Dd4l can expand to any city in the world if I wanted to. But there will not be another Dollhouse Dance Factory right now unless God moves my feet. Jackson has not had a dance studio since 2020. The flood over there messed up the floors, and COVID shut the building down. And I refuse to open up another building when there is not enough support in Jackson for there to be a dance studio. It's expensive. It costs a lot of money monthly to have a studio, and you have the overhead of all of the staff. It's not free. It's expensive. Jackson is still a team. Jackson has never gone anywhere. Jackson is not going anywhere. The team is still there. They have practice 3 times a week. They just don't have a studio. They practice in an undisclosed location. They practice in a studio, but it's not a dollhouse. Yeah. Is there a large enough team? Yes. There's over 25 kids on the team in Jackson, and we have over 30 currently registered right now. I'm looking rough. This registered right now to audition for the 2024 location. So dancing dolls, I can take dancing dolls to any state that I want to, because I don't need a dollhouse to do that. Before I opened up the dollhouse in Jackson, dancing dolls started in 2001. The team came in 2001. Dollhouse didn't start till 2010. We were 9 years before even getting a studio. And a lot of dance coaches mess up because they really think that, yes, Philly's up to register, yes. Memphis is not getting a dollhouse either, baby. A lot of dance teachers mess themselves up. You can click the link in the bio above to be able to register. And if you go into my my bio on Instagram, it's there. Nope, I don't need a marketing intern. But a lot of dance teachers get themselves messed up because they feel like they need to keep up with what everybody else is doing. And the thing is, you don't have to do that. Like, stop feeling like, oh, I need to go get a dance studio because somebody else has one. Why the hell would you want to even put yourself out there to go have all of these bills? Thank you. I like my shirt. Thank you. I like pink. Why would you want to put yourself out there to have all those bills? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You got to get a building, right? You have to get it inspected. It has to be up to code. You have commercial lights, commercial water, commercial gas. You have to get a sign for the building. You have to pay somebody to clean the building. You have to staff the building. If you're going to have classes, because you can't have a studio without having some type of classes to offset, because it's not enough money that the dancers pay to be on the team to offset the cost of the facility. It doesn't make any sense. It is freaking expensive. And a lot of people just don't know that. And you have to have insurance. I have $1 million insurance policy that's on all of our spaces. It's just high. So before you decide to go out there and get a building, you need to be practicing at a YMCA, practice at a community center, find a gym that you can rent weekly or daily for you to be at until you build your business. Because jumping out there and going to get in a building, that ain't the lick, baby. And a lot of people really just don't know. You just watching what everybody else is doing, and you don't realize that it's not as easy, as you think it is, and it's not. So when people come to me and they tell me, hey, you should do this, no, you go do it then. If you want to do it, you go do it. You don't tell me what to do, because I already know how expensive this is, and at the end of the day, I'm going to do what makes sense. I love what Rick Ross said. Rick Ross said, I'm not going to move fast. I'm going to move correctly. I'm not going to do anything that doesn't make any sense. I have been doing this for 22 years with dancing dolls. I have had Dollhouse since 2010. Every time I open up a new location, I learn something. I learned something in Jackson, so when I went at Birmingham, I didn't make the same mistakes. I learned something in Atlanta. So when I went to Atlanta, I didn't make the same mistakes. Birmingham's brick and mortar closed because the landlord didn't want to fix anything. I hated the location. I dealt with it for as long as I could. And I felt like, hell, it might as well have been my complex. We cutting grass and everything else. That's not my job. I've had to get my attorney involved on this guy. And I said, you know what, you costing me more money. And on top of that, the business was not doing well when it comes to students being there to take classes, and it didn't make any sense. So we closed down the brick and mortar location for Birmingham, and we moved somewhere else. We moved to a community center. We have a whole dance room in the community center. I took all the mirrors, because I paid for the mirrors at that dollhouse at Birmingham. I took all the mirrors. Go to my YouTube page. If you go on my YouTube page, there's a whole video about Birmingham. I took all those mirrors off the walls. I paid $4,000 to take them down and to put them up inside of the dance room, because we have a dance room upstairs at the new location. Their trophies are in there. They have a little office section. They have a full kitchen, refrigerator, freezer, double sink, bathrooms. We have a full basketball court downstairs that we have access to. I don't have any light. I don't have a light bill. I don't have a water bill. I don't have a gas bill. I don't have a cleaning bill. I don't have to buy toilet paper. I ain't got to buy hand soap. I ain't got to buy hand sanitizer. Baby, it makes the most sense. It made no sense for me to stay there. I don't need a dance studio does not make me successful. It's a bill, guys. It is a bill. And I'm telling you, people that don't have a business, they won't understand. But folks that got a business, oh, they can understand, and they definitely get it. Because they know them bills is gonna come. Them bills is gonna come. You're gonna have to pay.
So if you don't own a business, don't tell me what you feel like I should do, because you ain't gonna pay for it. You want that? You want them $3,000-$4,000 a month rent? Huh? You want that $500 or $600 a month quarterly insurance that you got to carry? You want to pay a $300-$400 light bill,
gas bill, water bill? We didn't even talk about on your house. We talking about at the building. We didn't even talk about on your. I was just busted just a second ago to the staff because the gas bill last month was $188. The gas bill this month is $400. What the hell y'all up in there doing? Turn it off. Like, what are we doing? Turn the heat off. Like, what are y'all doing? And I can laugh about it because I have the money to pay for it, but that ain't the point. That's $200 extra that could have went towards toilet paper or something else. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Until you're in business and you have a business and you own a business, you will never understand the expenses. Then just like you talk about taxes. The way you have to file your taxes is completely different, child. I need a drink every day just thinking about it because shit stresses me out. Shit stresses me out. Do you hear me? So that's the reason why having brand name, I can expand Dollhouse. And when I say Dollhouse, if I want to have dance classes in someone else's studio, I can do that. I don't have to have a brick and mortar. If I want to take dancing dolls